Yeah.
Hey guys, Curly Susie here from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Today I am finally filming my 75K Q&A giveaway video. If you missed out on the giveaway, it's because it was an Instagram giveaway this time. So if you don't want to miss out on anything else that I give away, please follow me on Instagram. I am now It's Curly Susie. Now keep in mind that my Instagram is my personal Instagram, so it's not like all matchy and fancy and stuff like that, because that's just not how I roll. I post what I want to post. So I tried to have like a professional looking Instagram, and I just can't do it. It's just too much for me to swing like the YouTube channel and the Facebook page and the Instagram. So I am going to be sticking mostly to YouTube, but I will be doing some giveaways on Instagram. So please feel free to follow me on Instagram. So like I mentioned, I'm doing the giveaway. I'm 2 weeks late, and actually we're at almost 80K now, which is amazing. That means that my next landmark video will be my 100K giveaway, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to give away. So if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. I was thinking about giving away like a Diva dryer or something a little bit unique, but if you guys have any ideas, please let me know. Okay, my first question is from Sonali Francis. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But anyway, she says, "Hi Susie, I'm a newbie to the curly girl method, and you've inspired me to keep at it. I've always wanted to play around with color. Do you think that that is going to affect my curls?" So this is like kind of a difficult question to answer. It absolutely is going to affect your curls. Anything that you do to your curls affects your curls, whether that's trying different products, you know, changing the temperature of the water that you use when you shampoo and condition your hair, air drying versus diffusing, and definitely putting hair color and chemicals onto your hair is going to affect your hair. Even using things like henna and all natural types of dyes, that even can change your curl pattern. But I'm not saying not to do it, because it may change your curls for the better. And I guess my advice is like, just don't do anything drastic unless you are like weighing the pros and cons and willing to kind of deal with the consequences. So let's give like, you know, let's talk about bleaching your hair. So I think one of the most extreme like color things that you could do to your hair, the most damaging things, is to bleach your hair. So if you decide to bleach all of your hair blonde, that is going to change the chemical structure of your hair, and it's going to definitely affect your curls. Now, some people find when they bleach their hair or put highlights in their hair is actually curlier, it has more volume, and they like the way that it looks better. I certainly notice that curly girls that have highlights, they have a lot more depth to their hair, and it looks really, really beautiful. So I'm not saying not to color your hair, but I'm saying it is definitely going to affect your curls in some way. And what I recommend doing is not doing anything drastic right away, or unless you really like thought about the potential consequences. If you are bleaching your hair, I 150 million% recommend going to like a reputable stylist. And you just can't change your hair a ton of levels all at one time unless you really are prepared to dry out and damage your hair. Ashley Day 909 asks, what is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? Oh my God. So this is not hair related, but I'm going to answer this one. I'm trying to think. There's no way I'm going to think of the most embarrassing thing, but I can think of something right offhand because I was just talking about it the other day. So when I was like 23, I stopped working in the gym and I got a job at the hospital in the medical device reprocessing department. So I had to take, you know, online courses and become certified. And I started working in the hospital in a department that was like 99% women. And it was a very, very intimidating place to start working, mainly because you had to know so much. Like, you had to know your stuff. Everything was standardized. You were accountable for everything you did. And it was just like a super busy, like very cool, but very intimidating place to start working. So anyway, I had just started and it was like my second day and I slept in. So I slept in. I probably woke up 10 minutes before I had to be at work, and I did not want to be late at all because I just didn't want to be that person. So I hopped out of bed, I took my pajama pants on, I had a t-shirt on that I was sleeping in, took my pajama pants on, threw like gym pants on or tights or something, put my coat on and got my car, and I got there in time. Like I just drove straight there and I got there in time. And anyway, then I went to change my clothes and put my scrubs on and realized that I didn't have a bra on, which for some people probably wouldn't be so bad, but my boobs, especially then when I was like a lot younger, were like, they're like cat's ears. My friend Erin used to joke around and call them cat ears, but like I had like pointy like Madonna cone bra boobs, and I was wearing like thin cotton scrubs. So one of the women came in the locker room who was like kind of cranky, like older lady, and I just fessed up and I told her like the whole story, and she was weak. Chris Gerstner asks, how is the creative loft working out for you? So for those of you who don't know, I stopped filming videos in my home and I now rent an office space with like 3 other women. Two photographers and a videographer, and we have this beautiful, cute little office downtown Sydney, and I've been editing there and filming some of my videos there. So I'm gonna stay there. It is very inexpensive for me to rent because we are all sharing the costs, and just to have the space to edit in is amazing. My biggest issue with the loft right now is that we don't have it furnished yet. So there is just a desk and like our computers there. So it is very, very echoey in there right now. So the audio quality in my videos when I shoot them down there is not as good. And I try to edit it as much as I can, but it's still not great. So I'm either gonna have to invest in a really good microphone, or we are gonna have to put some like drapery or something like that in there. Now Jordan is the professional videographer, and she uses like, you know, a series of mics when she films down there, and she even says to me like she finds she can't get the best audio quality down there. So that's kind of like the only con, but all of the pros outweigh the cons, and I just love being in like a beautiful space with a bunch of other women. The other thing is that, guys, my house on the inside is not cute. I don't really have anywhere in my house that isn't like cluttery and lived in and doesn't have toys in it. So it's really nice to have like a kind of like a blank canvas where I can shoot videos. So that was a great question. Kelsey Jacoy, or Kelsey J. Coy, again, I can't pronounce anything. I can't even pronounce diffuse. Like it took me like 2 years to stop saying diffuse. But anyway, Kelsey says, what is the most valuable piece of advice for those just starting on their curly hair journey? And I think the most valuable piece of advice that I can give is just to relax. It's good to get into it and learn all of the tricks and make sure that you're using the right types of products. So I'm not saying to do it like half-assed like I do it sometimes, but what I'm saying is that don't feel like you need to quit. So if you start and you find it's too complicated, just like take a step back and realize like this is hair. It shouldn't be that complicated. It shouldn't cause you stress. Your hair routine shouldn't take you hours. You can like follow the curly girl method, you know, 75% of the way, and then do things that kind of suit your lifestyle if you absolutely have to. Especially if you have like type 2 or like 3A, B, even type C hair. I feel like you can get away with a lot more. Now, if your hair is very, very chemically damaged, and if you have really, really damaged it a lot through like straightening your hair and stuff like that, I think that you should follow it a little bit more strictly. But if you're just like, you know, the average person with hair that you just kind of didn't treat well and now it's having a hard time finding its curl pattern, but it's still relatively healthy, then I would just say my number one tip is just like to relax and enjoy taking care of your hair. That was one of the things that I found the most rewarding about the curly girl method, was that I was kind of like focusing on myself and focusing on like nurturing and taking care of my hair and making my hair really healthy. So yeah, so that's my advice. My very embarrassing. Jenny Coliff JENNICOLEF says, but how do you apply products with your hair flipped over and it comes out looking good when you flip it right side up? I really struggle with this. So it's hard to tell now with my short hair. I have a clip in here because I'm letting my hair air dry. But it's hard to tell, but I actually don't put my products in my hair or do anything with my hair completely flipped over. Even when I had very long hair, when I'm rinsing my hair or applying products, I just tip my head forward and let my hair kind of part and fall over my face. So my head is not upside down, it's like this. And if I use the praying hands technique, you know, I start up here and slide my products down. But I really don't do anything with my head tipped all the way over, except I tip my head all the way over for a very short portion of my diffusing process. And that's about it. So try, if you're having a hard time with your head tipped over and flipping back, try just kind of tilting your head forward and letting it fall into your face. And guys, I swear to God, this haircut looks good. It looks ridiculous now because it's like half dry and I don't have that much product in it, but you wait, I'm making a video. C Fonseca, guys, I can't pronounce anybody's names today. 777 says, what do you think attracted 75K people to your channel? Two things. I started making videos about curly hair at a time that curly hair is very popular and very trendy. So I didn't do that on purpose, but that has definitely helped because a lot of people are going on YouTube and searching for videos about curly hair. So that's kind of how it started. And then I think the other thing that attracts people to my channel is my speaking voice, which in the beginning, I never, ever, ever, ever would have thought that people would find my accent interesting. Like when I hear my own voice on video, I cringe. So I think there's like those two things. And then like a third thing I think is that I'm not overly polished. So when I make a video, my videos that have been really popular, I should say, are videos that I'm making that are very real. So I'm showing you exactly how I style my hair or what I do for real. I don't like put anything on for the camera. And I'm more worried about like the technique and getting the point across and trying to make things as easy as possible. I'm more concerned about that than I am about like the look of the video. Oh, I almost forgot to clip my hair back up. The same person asked me how my fitness goals have been going because I was making fitness related videos and then I stopped, and I do plan on doing it again in the very near future. And this is going to be kind of a downer, but I'm going to be super honest right now. And this is definitely TMI. But I don't shy away from TMI. So I started like my fitness journey and I started vlogging it, and not many people were watching it, but I didn't care because I really wanted to be somebody who promoted like exercising and working out for your health, and not just to like look a certain way or have like a giant booty or like anything like that. I just wanted to make like real workout videos that like anybody could follow. Cut to now. So you guys know, who watch my channel all the time, that I'm always trying to get pregnant. I'm trying to have a second baby. I had 2 miscarriages in like the last 8 months, and so I don't know, I feel like I'm distracted from my fitness, which is kind of the opposite way that I should be because it's really healthy to exercise when you're trying to get pregnant. But then the other thing that has been happening to me is over the last 3 or 4 months, I've been getting like really, really awful, like it seems like a bladder infection every month, and it lasts for a week or so. So I don't really have all the details yet, but it's not a bladder infection. I have something going on with my bladder. And I am a registered nurse and I have a wonderful doctor and I am getting tests done and stuff like that. But I find it very, very uncomfortable and very hard to exercise, and not because like I'm having bladder leaking or anything like that, but I'm just very sore. I have a lot of like pelvic pain, and my actual like, you know, my parts are very, very sore. So again, TMI, but I don't know. I'm not, some days I'm worried about it and some days I'm not that worried about it, but I can take comfort in the fact that I'm investigating everything and going through the process of finding out, you know, how to deal with that. But I do find it gets worse after I exercise, so I've been just not doing a whole lot. Yeah, and it sucks. Jackie Simmons says, hi Susie, have you ever thought of cutting your own hair to save money? Love watching your videos. So Jackie, yesterday I went to Sally and bought a $60 pair of scissors and cut all of my hair off. So yes, I have considered it, not to save money, just because I am very impulsive and my hairstylist is rightfully very high in demand because she's amazing. So if I decided like, hey, I want to do this cute haircut and cut all my hair off, it would take me like 5 or 6 weeks to get in to see her, and by the time I got there I would totally chicken out. So yeah, I don't really advise cutting your own hair unless again you're doing it because you honestly can't afford to go to the hairdresser. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I do advise if you're going to do that is to get a good pair of scissors. This is the last question I'm going to answer, and there was like hundreds of questions, so I feel really bad that I didn't get to answer them all, but this is the last one, and I'm just literally like flipping through and picking questions. But Danny Doolittle says, as a first-time mother with a toddler, I wonder how do you find the time to do everything and still have enough time with your son? And Danny, guess what? I don't. I have no idea. I can't do everything. I'm only working, well, I'm working a lot right now, and that's why the videos kind of haven't been on schedule. I took a job that was 3 days a week, and I'm just not in that yet, but I will be working 3 days a week as a nurse. And then I will do YouTube probably 2 days a week, but that's not an 8-hour day for me. That's like a 4-hour day. So I'll take my son to daycare in the morning and then pick him up like after lunch on those days. And then I have the weekends off. So I am very, very fortunate that my job and YouTube, the scheduling has kind of allowed me to have a lot more free time than a lot of working moms do. And the other thing is that if my house is messy, I don't care. My house is never dirty. If I walked in my house and I could smell something, like, do you ever walk in your house and like you can smell like food from your green bin or something in the garbage? Like that drives me insane. So my house is clean and it smells good, and there's nothing yucky about my house, but it is untidy. I have a dog that sheds a lot, and I have a toddler that has a million toys. So, I don't know. I don't have like a big long makeup or hair routine. I think that helps me a lot. I don't know. I don't do it all. I don't have it all together. When you see somebody on social media, you are seeing the best of them. And guys, I don't know. My life isn't a mess, but my life is not like exactly the way it looks on like Instagram, let's say. I have a very messy, lived-in house. I'm running around with my head cut off half the time. And I am busy, but I do definitely make time for my son. And I think one of the reasons that I'm able to do that is because I don't stress out about like the little things and the things that a lot of people feel like they have to get done. I would rather spend time with Wilson and, you know, still have a couple of dishes in the sink, or, you know, there still be toys on the floor when we wake up the next day. That doesn't bother me at all. Those are all the questions. I know this was random, but I really do love shooting these videos. I'm looking at my hair in the viewfinder, and again, guys, my hair is very wet, so don't be sad about me cutting my hair, because when I show you my hair styled, it is a great haircut, and I really love it. But the winner of the giveaway is Julie Ann Mack is her name, and the way that I pick these winners, the way that I always pick these winners from the Instagram giveaways is I count how many questions there were, and then I go to a random number generator that you can just search online, and then I count down the questions. So last time I think the number was like 217, and I just like counted all the way down until I got to the 217th comment, and I don't count replies, just the comments, and then that person is the winner. And the reason that I'm explaining all of this to you is because for the first time ever, the person that was chosen, I think, is from Nova Scotia, because her question was something about beaches in Cape Breton. So I just want to be very open with that, and I don't want you to think that I picked somebody that lived close, so I have to like pay less shipping or something like that, because every other time my winners have been from the United States. So like the winner of my FabFitFun box and the other winners of like my curly hair products, they have all been from the States. But I believe this winner is from Nova Scotia. I don't know yet because I'm going to try to contact you, but they're at least from Canada. So that's going to save me a little bit on the shipping. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for supporting my channel. I can't believe that we are at almost 80K. And I don't know, guys, just keep on keeping on. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a big old thumbs down if you didn't like it. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and I will see you very soon in my next curly hair video. Bye.